Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of the Newest Seaweed Donut / the Olympian Monster Brain, a combined podcast where the five of us will be talking about our thoughts about a recent sizzle reel that we just saw on set at Percy Jackson and the Olympian Season 2. What's good?
Welcome back, listeners.
Hey.
Hi, everyone.
So this is a podcast made mainly because Daphne Olive, staff writer for the show, suggested / requested / demanded that we do our predictions of what we thought. Two scenes in particular, how we got there, how the show got there. We'll also just talk about general thoughts as we drive back from set to our hotel. So
shout out to Aaron from Disney, who has been shepherding us, and also Annie, our fabulous driver.
Thank you. Now, let's get into it. What was the first scene in particular that Daphne wanted us to react to? The fight?
The battle scene.
Okay.
The battle scene, which we had seen. We not only did we watch a little clip unedited of the battle scene, but we also saw concept art and images for it.
Yes.
So we knew it was coming.
Right. But now we got to actually see it. And from what we saw in the scene, mainly you see Charlie as Luke with the most intense scowl I've ever seen on a human, staring down the camera, walking defiantly. Popped collar and
There was
all.
dirt flying through the air. It was amazing.
He's such a nice, chill boy. How does he summon that rage?
I think the contrast is that we had lunch with him and he was a delight. And then we got to see this intense scene. So he's walking super intense towards the camera, which is, as we see as the scene continues towards Percy, I think even kicking over his own guys to get to Percy.
Yeah.
Because Percy insults Thalia.
What?
They
says-
see each other across the battlefield.
Correct.
And it's like a moment, right? He's got to get to him.
And Luke says, like, no golden fleece to revive you now. And Percy says, yeah, or your girlfriend.
Oh.
So I think it has something to do with delivering the fleece to camp.
Right.
I don't know who has it, but someone has it who's not there. Maybe Grover?
Right. Well, Clarice in the book, right?
It's Clarissa in the book,
wasn't Clarissa
and
in
I
the
think
fight?
in some of the concept art.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought she was in the battle sequence.
I didn't see her in that
Oh,
particular
okay.
fight.
We didn't mention, this is like a full battle sequence. Luke and Percy are both being flanked by dozens
it's at
of...
Camp Half-Blood.
It's at Camp Half-Blood,
Correct.
and they're both flanked by dozens of, like, demigods, armored up.
The Camp
Weapons
Half-Blood
drawn.
ones and then the rogue demigods.
Yes.
Fighting it out. And, like, Luke was just walking the whole time, but Percy was, like, fighting off, like, 5 different people, and then the addressing happened. And I think something that Daphne pointed out after we watched is that once Luke and Percy start to fight, it's clear that, like, Luke is trying to kill Percy, and Percy doesn't necessarily seem to be fighting as intense. Like, he tries to disarm Luke's sword, and it's things more like that, whereas Luke ends up punching Percy in the face 4 times in a row.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Like,
very
really,
different styles.
He's trying to break his nose. He's trying to break his teeth.
Yeah.
He's trying to break his face.
Can I say I didn't even think about Thalia when I heard that line. I thought he was talking about Allison.
Oh,
I was
no,
like, maybe Allison died along the way, or we
Ooh, that's
lost
a
her
good
along
prediction.
the way.
Oh, his little girlfriend.
Yeah, that was what my
I think
thought
that's
was.
a good. I would lean towards that because we'll have to see as the Thalia thing happens. We did see a clip of her, but it was literally like 2 seconds of her just pointing a spear at someone. But yeah, it would. I think that could make more sense because we don't know Allison's deal, and if the show has gone so heavily into more of the sister-brother relationship between Annabeth and Luke, I feel like they would do a similar thing with Thalia.
I'm going to disagree.
Oh,
You think
okay.
it's Thalia?
I wasn't thinking that much about Thalia at the time, but as we're having this conversation, I'm strongly team. It's referring to Thalia. I mean, like, the Golden Fleece and girlfriend. Like,
I don't think
Wait,
that the rage that he felt. I don't think that Percy is going to start. That I don't think that Luke is going to start punching Percy in the face for insulting Allison.
But why?
We don't know Allison.
we don't
yet.
know.
But wait,
We
but
don't know Allison.
but here's
we
my
don't know her.
My
So-
question though is that isn't Thalia a tree this entire time? So like would Thalia even be around for Percy to make this comment? Like even if he's heard the backstories, how if Thalia's a tree this entire time, how is he gonna get to the point where he's like, oh yeah, your girlfriend? Like it just seems like a nonsensical insult, maybe?
Well, okay, so this is a theory that Phoebe and I came up with when we were reading Seaweed Monsters. I don't know if it's even a theory, but it was like very clear, I think, rereading the book, that Luke really, really, really wanted to be the one to bring the fleece to Thalia's tree. Like, we thought that was endgame.
Yeah.
Like, if everything went according to plan, Luke was going to go to Thalia's tree and revive it, I think.
Yeah.
But didn't he poison it?
Or he was,
Yeah,
well, he
but-
poisoned it. I think they were going to use it on Kronos, but then I think Luke was doing it to also use it on Thalia.
Strong second.
Yeah.
I agree.
But then why poison the tree? Just to
to
make Camp Half-Blood
kickstart
weaker?
everything,
Yeah.
And backup plan, like even if
Yeah,
his
yeah.
plan A doesn't succeed, his plan B will succeed, and somebody else is going to bring the Golden Fleece
Yeah.
there, and Thalia's going to be back,
And that
and
he
Kronos will have the hero
also
of the prophecy.
has to get the fleece because he poisoned the tree.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like I think it's very possible that it is Thalia. It
Right.
was just that wasn't where my brain went
Yeah.
when I first heard the line.
I guess it's just what in the show, how would they have talked about the Thalia-Luke dynamic to make Percy clearly then say like, oh, well, they must
Well,
have
there's a
been
tree on the
dating.
hill on Half-Blood Hill that
Yeah.
watches over us silent and still. Grover's gonna spill some beans, and Annabeth too.
Yeah.
Well, we've already got.
Also,
I mean, didn't
Siren
we-
Vision.
Siren Vision.
Vision.
When Percy loses Tyson this season, I could see Annabeth trying to be vulnerable with him by talking about losing Thalia.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I think, I mean, we're getting a flashback. We're getting flashbacks.
Yeah.
Now, here's the
There's also-
thing.
We saw the
Sorry.
flashback.
There's also the possibility of like Thalia dreams and him seeing things
Yeah.
in his dreams. Because the Thalia
Yeah.
dreams, we have the one from book 1 and the one from book 2 that we
Mhm.
haven't seen.
But I guess also, do you think the show, because at least in the end of season 1, they have decided to not necessarily go along with Annabeth and Luke having a thing, do we think that they've decided like Thalia should have the thing instead? But I guess
I
she,
think
I mean,
Thalia
It's
always
sort
had
of-
the
Always,
thing.
yeah,
has always
it's
had
sort
a
of-
thing with Luke.
but not
Yeah.
as like plot heavy where Annabeth like clouded her judgment towards him and like led into book 5 and throughout book 4. Like, do you think the show is going to replace that dynamic with a Thalia
No,
one
the
instead?
dynamic is not being replaced. It's just being clarified that the dynamic and the thing was never romantic. It's a capital T thing, but it's an emotional attachment
Yeah.
in a relationship, like a sibling kind of way. That doesn't change the relationship that Annabeth has with Luke. It just clarifies that it's not romantic.
And the Thalia relationship, I think, always, like in the Titan's Curse, I think it's very clearly present that, like, even though they're not going to name it as explicitly romantic or something, like, I don't know, like, the changing the Annabeth relationship and clarifying it, to me, might lead more strongly into people reading a nuclear family into that
Yeah.
by default.
Yeah.
Also, just calling Thalia Luke's girlfriend doesn't mean that they ever kissed. It just means
Also,
that he's
it
Yeah.
might just be
Yeah, he's
Percy being Percy.
It could
Yeah.
be.
It's just Percy
Yeah.
insulting him, and that gets to Luke because I don't care what you say about Thalia, don't mention her name.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I'll punch you in the face.
And like that's, I mean, if you think about it, really, that's why Luke started the whole thing is Thalia. So it makes sense that that's
I'm going to
like
stick
seeing
with...
death.
Go, sorry, finish with that.
But seeing her like the treeification, the
Uh-huh.
arborification.
The arborification.
Let me oh god. Yeah, the no, that was really bad. That doesn't I was gonna say sylvanism.
Close enough.
It's not good.
Use every root
Okay,
you can.
classicism.
Use
Yeah.
every root.
Anyway,
So the line specifically was, no golden fleece to save you now, and then and not your girlfriend either? Or...
It was something like that.
Yeah. So that I wonder if there is a situation earlier where Allison bails Luke out of a different situation. So like that would, if it is Allison, not Thalia, because
Yeah.
then you could have something where like Allison bailed him out and Percy's like angry about it, but then Allison either dies or is lost or whatever, and then Percy's like, all right, no one to bail you out now.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like what other things could lead to this insult. I'm heavily invested in the insult.
yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking more like how we even get to this fight. Like,
Yeah,
do you
sure,
think
okay.
that-
Right.
Yeah, let's get to that
It's
too.
not
Right, yeah.
Not to put too fine a point on it, this whole fight is not in the book. Luke is
Correct.
never at Camp Half-Blood.
Correct.
In the books.
Well, aside
when I
from
saw-
off-scene poisoning the tree, yeah.
Well, that's not even necessarily him.
Well,
Like,
No,
Luke
no,
is
there
never
was-
pictured there.
There
and-
was a photo of him sticking a sword in a tree.
That is true. We did
Oh,
see that.
Yeah.
backstage,
But
yeah.
that could
Well,
have been.
anyway, yeah.
Exactly.
So anyway, to get to this fight though, timeline-wise, it is post getting the fleece
Yeah.
from Polyphemus, or as the
It's
show
like
is
the,
clearly calling him
Polyphemus.
Polyphemus.
Yes.
It's going to be hard to unlearn. But so it's that, but then at least consensus we were thinking someone else has the fleece. Some of us thinking Clarice,
Clarice
has
has the fleece, and maybe they've convinced Luke that
Cliff
she
Fleece.
destroyed it or lost it, but she actually has it, and she's going to run over to the tree.
Oh,
Yeah.
'cause, yeah, no,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, right.
And
right.
I can see also because that's the nice thing about the show is they can do the cutaway scenes to watching Clarice's journey. So I wonder
Yeah.
if there might be conflict in those scenes, like give her like a little more to finish out the arc, maybe.
Yeah, to question if she even like maybe she's had such a hard time and she's had such a difficult relationship with her father on this quest that she's thinking maybe she's going to give the fleece to Luke.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if we're trying to put a button on like how we think we get here, the general thing that we're thinking is that it is someone, maybe Clarice, with the fleece, it's gone. Luke thinks it's destroyed, or at least
Yeah,
not
lost.
attainable anymore, lost, something like that. And then either the trash talk between the two is either Thalia related or Allison related, and then the two of them fight and they're at Camp Half-Blood.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
also they're somehow trying to distract away from Clarice
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
the fleece
Yeah.
to the tree. They're like, we
That's
need
what the
to-
demigods are doing.
Yeah,
Yes.
the campers are trying to fight off Luke and Luke's army to give Clarice time to get the fleece.
So what do the rogue demigods want out of this? Like, why are they at Camp Half?
They're trying to destroy camp.
They're just
Barriers
okay.
down.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're just trying to break it. So similar to like book 4 vibes.
Maybe
I think
it's like a
yeah.
plan C situation
Yeah.
where like they think the fleece is gone, so they're like, all right, well, plan C is let's all just go attack. It's weak.
That's
And
what
that-
I was thinking.
That would
Yeah.
lead to it being destroyed or lost because they're like, oh well, even though we can't get the fleece, like the camp is still weak, so let's go to the camp
Yeah.
because they're not
Yeah.
going to. They can't use it on the tree. We can't use it on Kronos.
Yeah.
Let's still fight.
And
them at
then
camp.
and that leads into Luke looking absolutely effing
Oh, that's why he's
pissed.
so angry.
Because not only did he, not only is Percy insulting him, but he just lost his way to revive Kronos and his way to revive his best friend / girlfriend.
And a prediction I would love is like it's a game plan between Percy and Clarice. They put their differences aside to work together on this return plan. Percy intentionally has done some sort of performance act, some prestidigitation to make Luke think that he did destroy it. Some sort of like magic trick Gaia. And that's why he's so angry, not in general, but at Percy specifically. That's why he's not fighting anyone else on this battlefield except for Percy, because Percy tricked Luke
Yeah.
into thinking me have ruined your chances of getting the fleece.
I love
Yeah.
that theory. I have one asterisk.
Sure.
Annabeth plan.
Annabeth plan?
Like Annabeth came up with the plan.
Sure. That's I think that's a smart addition. Annabeth bringing the two butting heads together. Oh, especially if they're like quabbling at Polyphemus's island. Polyphemus's island. And Annabeth decides to get them together. Maybe even Grover like settling the tension between the two as well from like an emotional side. And then Annabeth
Yeah.
from a like, guys, we have to put our heads together and make this work side.
And notably, neither of them are in the scene. Like, they're probably both back at camp because we're pretty sure Clarice is doing her rendezvous alone, but neither Annabeth nor Grover, who both recovered, are on the battlefield.
That we saw at least.
That we saw.
That we saw. Okay.
Well, Annabeth did get really hurt in Sea of Monsters.
But the
Right.
Golden Fleece.
The Golden
You're right.
Fleece.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're so right.
Okay. Anything
But-
else? Oh, sorry.
And I feel like maybe Annabeth won't be the one to get hurt. I think it might be Percy. Just because of what Luke said in this scene. Like, no golden fleece to heal you now, or whatever he says.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
That could be.
Oh,
That's a good prediction as well.
It was in the concept art. We saw it in the concept art. The
That-
fleece is on Annabeth.
Yeah. So,
On Annabeth?
yeah. But I guess what Luke is saying is like, I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah.
I think your point still kind
Oh,
of stands.
wait, I remember. I saw it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
Okay.
I think
This is
that-
also where we saw like Luke starting the assault on Camp Half-Blood
Yeah.
earlier. Like there's an image of him like going past the tree,
Mhm.
Yeah.
sword. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Percy took his Cleos. That
Yeah.
was his Cleos.
All right. So this prediction seems locked in.
Yeah.
What was the next one that she really wanted
That
us
was
to say?
there's a
Tyson on fire.
Tyson's
Okay.
on fire.
We're in a
Warehouse.
warehouse, and Luke is there, and his cronies are there.
So here's the question: Is it a warehouse or is it the interior of the ship?
It
like,
could be
like
the
I think
basement of the ship.
I think like the storage facility of the ship. I'm kind of cheating because I'm pretty sure I saw some sort of either picture concept art or something, and someone over our 2 days said that's the ship interior, or like they pointed to a point of the set and said that was the ship interior, and from the scene it looked very similar just to like the warehouse where they filmed. So
There is a
That's
scene
why
in
I'm
the
thinking
book
that.
of the ship lighting on fire
Mhm.
and Tyson being in the boiler room. Although that is when they think he dies. So this might not be. It might be a different thing.
Which
Right.
ship are we talking about right now?
The
I was
Andromeda?
thinking
'Cause
the
that's,
Andromeda.
I was thinking Andromeda,
That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking as well.
which is
Yeah.
different from that
Which
scene.
would make sense. Also,
Okay.
very important. Luke was
Oh
in a
yeah,
sweater.
that's the.
He was in the
ironclad.
V-neck
Oh, yeah.
sweater.
Yes.
which is different
not
from
the
battle.
end. Right. So
Yeah.
it's pre
He's
Scylla
not in
and
his
Charybdis.
tracksuit.
Right.
He's in his Ralph Lauren sweater.
Which we do know timeline wise is before. From yeah. So
Well,
this
it's
is this is
probably also-
Andromeda pre Clarice with the ironclad or the
It's also
Yeah.
probably
okay.
right before Tyson is lost because he's like doing something big and heroic for them, and then
Yes.
they're gonna think he's dead.
Oh,
I think this is
yeah.
Tyson v1.
Yeah.
This I feel like is like pretty close to what happens in the book, where like
Yeah.
they like get kicked off the Andromeda.
Uh-huh.
Tyson's doing a thing. We like learn more about his fire powers, and
Yeah.
then we're gonna get rescued by Clarice, and then have
I-
round 2. Tyson's
Okay.
lost.
Yeah, I can see it as a beat where we learned about the fireproofing.
Yes. Oh, correct.
Although, well, maybe the both. I don't know.
Yeah, but
We learn about the fireproofing, and Annabeth's like, I'm so unclear after these past 2 days events if Annabeth is still gonna have and a strong
She-
prejudice that is not ethically justifiable against
I think she.
Cyclopses.
So I think that's the Yankees Mets thing. Tyson we saw is going to be wearing a Mets hat. I think she's going to just like generally not like the guy, but I don't think it's going to be as like weirdly like racist coded as in the books, where it's just like Cyclops suck. I think she just like might be worried about Tyson from more of a perspective of I'm the planning one, he's ruining the plan, he's a wild card, and also how dare he root for the Mets.
I feel like
But that's because that's how you bring in that's the easy way to bring in the Thalia flashbacks is
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
talk about the Cyclops trauma.
Okay, comparatively to like how much it is in the book, like I think they're going to be like heavier in the
Yeah,
show, which
yeah.
would
Well,
make
we know that
the
she's in
Cyclops
multiple
thing.
episodes.
Well, just think about it from a production standpoint. Like, if you want to announce a Thalia casting, but you want to preserve the fact that, like, she's coming back for people that don't know, like, having all these flashbacks, it's like, oh, that's why she was, like, a big deal and people were, like,
Right.
excited about this
But
character.
I think kind of like it's similar to what they did with like season 1 with like we learned from some book 5 Hermes Luke stuff. I think we're going to learn some book 5 like flashbacky kind of thing. Like I think we'll get more of that story, and then it's like the end of book 2 that we finally learn that the like when do we learn that the Cyclops is the ones that attacked? Like
Book 2.
end of book 2.
It's-
So
no,
I,
like early,
Oh,
like
it's early.
around the time that, like it's a
before,
part of
it's
it.
right before the siren scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's
Oh,
around
so,
the
like,
time where
halfway?
Tyson
Beginning of
into
the
the-
season.
I just remember reading it. And it was like an uncomfortably long amount of time where I was like, why is she so weird about Tyson? Like I remember being in the dark.
Yeah.
And they're looking at a constellation of Hercules, and
Okay.
it's right before the siren
Okay.
scene.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's right after
Beautiful.
they're on the Princess Andromeda and he does the voice thing.
Okay.
And she's like fully PTSD freaking
Okay.
out about it.
So yeah, and then also in this particular thing in the Andromeda, we saw like he's on fire. There's some people on the ground. One of them is Luke. So what do we think? Like we kind of have the overall, but what do we think the specifics like how they get to beating each other up in a storage facility?
the brig.
How we get there? Yeah. Oh, the brig.
I have a theory.
Okay.
I have a theory. I think they're on the Princess Andromeda. They get captured, and I think because Tyson's a Cyclops, Luke's like stick him in the brig maybe.
Okay.
And maybe there's an elaborate escape. I saw a lot of boxes labeled Tyson's bombs, so
Oh.
I did not clock that at all. Wow.
they were like under a table. I saw at least one. So I'm like maybe.
So
And then
so
speaking
like
on to the Andromeda, I kind of think Percy and Annabeth might be like, let's leave Tyson back and like don't come along or whatever. And then they get it. Percy and Annabeth get into some trouble, and then Tyson shows up to save them with his bomb
because it did like the scene was like him on fire and him walking defiantly
to go pick up
picking them up.
Percy
It
and
did
Annabeth.
kind of give the vibes of
Yeah.
like
Deus Ex Machina, saving them from like
Yes.
Luke throwing them in the brig. And then
It's
Tyson
literally
comes in with his
Tyson
bombs.
X Machina.
The brig was a movie joke. I don't
Yeah.
know if there's actually a brig.
that's. I also don't know that there's actually going to be a
Brig.
brig because it looked just very open. It looked more like storage.
Yeah.
Which is why
facility.
several seasons from now, it's going to hurt even more when Beckendorf goes down into the brig, but he don't come out.
Yeah. Now
I
in
was
the
also thinking from a writing perspective.
The
it's
boiler
like,
room.
The boiler room.
yes, you want to plant the like Annabeth really doesn't like Tyson early, and
Yeah.
later have him come save them to create the through line.
Right.
And then he dies, and they feel very guilty about it.
yeah. In the book, what was the situation that got them off the Andromeda?
Don't they just jump in a lifeboat? Like they spend a lot of
Right.
time afterwards in the Andromeda.
So there's no explosion or fire of sorts.
No,
So
no, no. They sword fight. There's a
The
monster.
thing in the pool.
oh yeah, well, yeah. Luke foolishly has a fight with Percy near a body of water.
Yes.
Yeah.
On a
yes.
boat
There's
near
a
a body of
mon,
water.
and I think there's. Oh wait, no. Maybe
Wait, no,
I'm
that's
mixing
at
it
the
up. No,
end.
I'm mixing that up with Last
I've
Olympian.
got it on my phone.
Yeah. But it's like the fight like on the deck where the pool is and Percy
Yeah,
like
it's the
uses
pool
that.
thing.
Yeah, and then Luke says, "Get off my roof," and
We have to stick. But I'm just trying to think of like so if they just jump off the boat in the book, like what is changing to where there's like a fire in the basement storage area of the cruise ship? That's the
Tyson
prediction
has
that we got to
bombs.
make.
Well,
what I got.
So Tyson's like brought
in
bombs.
in the book, aren't the monsters who hang out with Luke are
Yeah.
like told to bring them down somewhere.
yeah.
Okay.
I
And then they
remember
beat
that
them up
much.
and they sneak off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like they
I
might
just
just successfully bring
Yeah, I
them
think
down.
Okay.
Percy and Annabeth just fail at escaping until Tyson comes in.
And you're thinking they might like be okay with leaving him behind levels of escaping.
Oh no,
Okay.
No,
I don't think so. Maybe
I don't think so. I
Annabeth,
thought
but-
that
I
was
was
something
thinking. I was saying like when they're sneaking onto the Andromeda, they're trying to not. They're trying to leave Tyson behind from their sneaking mission because they think that he's going to ruin it. They're like, wait in the corner, Tyson, until we're done with this thing, kind of a vibe. And that's why he's not with them,
Okay.
so that he can come in and save the day.
Okay. I guess I'm just trying to think what gets him on fire.
His bombs.
His bombs.
He
So
throws the bombs and lights himself on fire.
Right, so it's a thing where like he has bombs and he's like, they won't hurt me. I will let them like
Yeah.
go off.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Because like Luke was on the ground looking like dusty, like he had been in some sort of explosion.
It's like
But
they
what-
lock the door to the boiler room. Tyson is like trying to open it. He thinks, I can't open this boiler room door. I'm gonna throw a bomb at it.
But what he would not want to he wouldn't want to risk hurting Percy and Annabeth. So what is a situation that he could use like with a bomb where he's like, this will affect the bad guys, but my friends are gonna be okay? Because I don't think he's gonna be reckless enough just to be like, the two of them will be fine. So like maybe they're running away and they're like getting chased by the rogue demigods, and Tyson like
You
does
can
something
throw
like,
a small hand grenade and know that it's not going to hurt people who are like 10 feet away from
Well,
it.
I guess that's the thing is there would need to be some sort of situation that allowed Percy and Annabeth to be a safer distance away
Yeah.
from the
They're
other
tied up on the
people.
ground, and Luke and his cronies are 10 feet away from them, taunting them, standing up.
Yeah. Well, I will say
Were they
shrapnel
tied up? I thought he just picked them up.
No, that's just
Oh, okay. Oh, what does exist?
Shrapnel does exist.
but not
Yeah.
for a child of, not for Tyson, who's super skilled and can make a
shrapnel-less bomb. Well, then that's just a flamethrower.
I think that's
Oh.
it. Use the
Tyson's
flamethrower.
flamethrowers.
Well, another thing he could be okay with doing is like it could be a little bit of Beckendorf-esque where like maybe he does like throw a bomb into like an engine area
Yeah.
of the ship and that like makes some fire. But he's okay with that happening and like okay, here's my prediction. They're gonna get to they're gonna like the rogue demigods are like maybe it's looking like Percy and Annabeth might not get out of this situation. Tyson like blows up an engine of sorts and he's farther away from everyone else. He knows I'll be okay, like it'll make a fire, but it's all the way in the back of the room. And if I catch on fire, I'm okay. And it's just gonna shake the boat a lot. It'll knock everyone down onto the ground. I will be all right, and I will pick up Percy and Annabeth and leave.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
Blowing up the engine intentionally, or like running through something that then blows up the engine
Yeah.
to try to get to them.
Because we saw like some sort of like structure that was like big on fire, and then he seemed like farther away. So I could see him like blowing something up in the distance to prevent an attack against Percy and Annabeth. But he's close enough to it where he gets on fire, but it's just close, takes off the fire jacket, picks up the two of them, brings them to safety.
Yeah. Alternatively, the last Dragonians have the fireballs.
Oh.
So maybe
they have
they're
them on
just
the ship
guarding
as
Tyson
well.
and he gets away and they're throwing fireballs. at
who are
him.
the like big?
And then they destroy the ship.
Who are,
and
like,
Tyson
aren't there like twin
strategically
bear
running.
brothers or something? That's
Yeah.
That's in the book.
I think
Okay.
they're gone.
okay.
Yeah. I'm
So maybe they've the Dragonian giants
Yeah.
take their place, right?
Yeah.
And they're the bodyguards. Okay.
That's my guess.
Okay. But then we didn't see them in the scene. The other people who are on the ground were like people. So
Yeah.
like rogue
Yeah.
demigods.
Yes.
We are coming to the end of our drive.
Okay. Any other final thoughts before we conclude this historic episode of the newest seaweed donut / the Olympian monster brain? Any other predictions of clips that we saw? Thalia looked very old in her thing.
Her smoky eye
so-
was fierce.
I love her nose ring.
Mhm. Do we think that was a flashback or do we think that's like
That's what I was
post
trying to
tree?
figure
She looked
out.
old
I don't
enough
know.
that
I think it's a
Nah,
flashback.
it's a flashback.
okay.
Yeah.
She didn't look or I
was
guess
thinking
she's frozen
either-
the same age, so I
Yeah.
guess yeah.
I was thinking either flashback or dream.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but it wouldn't be that's
don't
not
think
like a
it's-
post
It could have been.
Revival.
Flashbacky dream.
It looked
Okay.
like she was
Yeah.
in like a warehouse type place, so I would
Right.
guess Cyclops flashback.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
for sure.
that makes sense. That makes sense. Cool. All right. Well, any other final thoughts before we conclude?
It was awesome.
Yes. Everything was wonderful. Thank you to Disney and the production team and everyone else for making this possible in a grand sense, and then also to Annie and Aaron for making this possible in the small car sense. Did people have sign-offs? I have a sign-off. I say Percy later. Anyone else?
Oh.
No, we say bye.
Bye, everyone.
Aaron, do you think Percybeth was the
Wait.
greatest love story ever told?
Absolutely.
All right.
Is that the right answer?
Yes. Phoebe, final
Do we
note.
have a bead for
Oh,
this journey?
Oh, you guys do the beads. Let's
Oh
see.
my god.
Crafty bead?
Probably, my eyeball crying a single tear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna do specifically my like cheek muscles that actively hurt from smiling so much
Yes,
over the past
that's a
few
good
days.
one.
You
That's a
guys,
good one.
anything?
Oh god. Oh.
I love to ask the question and then not,
Not
answer.
an answer.
No, that's just me. We literally ask this at the end of every podcast,
Mhm.
and I never remember to think of one. Phoebe, please save me.
Do you have one, Carter?
Do I? Kira, maybe.
Oh.
Kira.
All
Kira.
right. We need a
I
must.
think-
Mine is the flashing red light.
Good for quiet on set. Yeah.
Mine is I'll go with the carriage. The carriage.
Yeah,
in the
that's cool.
cave.
Mm-hmm. Very good. All right. Thank you, everyone. Daphne / anyone else we send this to or Moses to. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.